We should be live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're here and live with a stream much earlier than I've been used to of late, which I'm really pleased to be able to bring you. I may have finally gotten my sleep schedule back on track, and it looks like my workload for the forthcoming semester isn't going to be too time intensive, fingers crossed. So hopefully we can start streaming at this time a little more regularly, or around this time. We've got two very interesting items on the docket today. I'm actually going to be playing two different games. Going to be starting by completing the outstanding 7 purple coin missions in Mario Galaxy. Starting with this one, which I think is just a standard purple coin scavenger hunt on the little disc-shaped world in the Desert Galaxy. Alright, sounds good to me. Oh, looks like we will need to use the twisters to reach some of them that are suspended, like, over the sand pits. Yeah, and we're gonna have to use very specific twisters to do that as well. Now that looks more than a little dangerous, doesn't it? It's alright though, we can manage. Yep, there we go. At least it seems like the hitboxes for gathering purple coins in this game are kind of generous. So, like, if we have to perform fairly fine maneuvers in midair to grab them, like, say, here, or in the Battle Rock or Dreadnought survival courses, it's not too difficult. Let's see what we've got. Nothing really special so far. Oh, no, wait, we're going to have to use the twister to get those as well. Never mind. Never mind. Hey, Bunny, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. All we have to do is wait for it to come nearer the leftmost side of the platform, and we should be right in range. There we are. Looks like we'll be damn near halfway done by the time we reach the next portal. Very, very good to see. We won't be quite at 50, I don't believe. There's a ton of them surrounding the central tower, though. Yikes. Okay, that's going to take a little doing. All we need to do is drift right on over here now, and very nice. As long as there's not many more that require us to use the tornadoes, I don't think we'll be in any serious danger of failing here at all. I was honestly expecting this stage's mission to be a little bit more challenging than it is. Not like I'm complaining, but surprising nonetheless. Let's go ahead and grab these before we erect the sandcastle over here. Bunny says, doing great, excited for tomorrow and practicing Sunshine speedrun strats in the meantime. I'm sure. And that's right, you will be getting your tripod tomorrow. It's a pretty fast turnaround on a delivery, I gotta say. Oh god, look at this. Oh god, no. No! Oh! What'd I tell you about the goddamn cyclones? We have to be very, very precise with our placement on the platform for those, it would appear, and oh, jeez. Well, this has quickly become one of my least favorite missions yet, just because it's so time-consuming to gather all of the suckers up. At the very least, the Battle Rock and Dreadnought stars didn't take too much of one's time per attempt. this has been perfectly manageable, not surprising. Really gotta watch that cyclone jump on the reverse side of the planet. Then I think we'll be good. I'll say though, as much as I've enjoyed my time with the 3D All-Stars collection, it's a very solid little compilation, although one that has absolutely no justification in being a limited time release. I am excited to be moving on to different properties, starting with NSR, No Straight Roads, this afternoon. A really cool looking game that I've been looking forward to playing for quite some time, ever since I saw a little bit of gameplay and heard a bit of the soundtrack. Late last year. I've actually had a copy in my bookshelf for a good long while now. And aside from knowing like what some of the boss designs look like and having seen all of one bit of combat in the game, I will be going in totally blind. So that'll be fun. Hey Admiral Kirk, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Says, Dreadnought was the hardest, but I liked it. This was my least favorite. Yeah, I'm quickly forming the same opinion, because, this isn't hard per se. It's just very tedious. Time-consuming, doesn't really change up the base level's design in any way like some of the other Purple Coin missions do. I see what you mean, man. And I think I agree. Bunny says it's coming via UPS. It'll probably be here like late night tomorrow. I'll still try to get a speedrun out same day, even if it does come late. Alright, sounds good. And no, I do not mean all shines. I mean all stars. Here's what we got, this jump. Now it looks like once the cyclone sweeps us up, it will hold on to us. That's more like it. There we go. Hot damn. Hopefully that's going to be the hardest jump we have to do here. Yeah, just looking around, the rest of this face doesn't look too difficult. Yeah, Kirk says it's tedious and has lots of ways to kill you instantly. It does, and virtually all of them seem to be related to these, little twisters. Let's see, what else? Were there any others aside from Dreadnought and this that I've not just been a huge fan of? Honestly, even though I think it worked perfectly fine for what they were going for, the, Haunted Mansion Galaxies, Purple Coin mission was a little disappointing, if only because they didn't use the incredible set pieces of, the mansion and its environs all that well. I think my favorite so far is probably Space Junk Galaxy. Changes up the base level design, introduces a lot of, like, new little twists on the, spontaneously erecting pathway gimmick, gives you a, shall we say, gently encouraging but perfectly fair, time limit. Yeah, that's probably my favorite so far. Bunny says, oh, so Corona Mountain, tedious, lots of ways to kill you instantly. Well, no, Corona Mountain just has the one way to kill you instantly. Here, there's a few different things you could do. Most of them involve these twisters, however. Okay. Nice and easy. Good. Good. That's it. That might be the last one we just have to pray over, hopefully. Would have been a crying shame if we had missed that, but... Hold on, are there other coins around here? I think there may be. Yep. Ah, shite. There we go. Now there will be 5 on the tower on the reverse side of the planet. Can we make it in time? Honestly, don't know. No, no, no. Oh, it's gonna go to the top of the fortification. No! Okay. That's pretty fair, honestly. Alright. Probably my least favorite so far, or tied with Dreadnought Galaxy. But, we got it. And that's one more to cross off the board. 6 stars to go, and then I think we're done with 3D All-Stars for the time being. Alright, Polari, what do we got? So we can either go to the Deep Dark Galaxy or Toy Time. Admiral Kirk seems quite surprised. And Bunny dropping Sunshine references, no surprise there. Let's, well, no. I actually am terribly fond of the Toy Time mission, so let's save that one. And let's go to the Deep Dark Galaxy. I totally forget what its purple coin mission is all about, but we're going to see. Oh man, if only they had a bit more time to program in some, proper, like, in-stage usage for the Red Star. Love the look of the, suit it provides Mario, or the color palette, and I love the power-up itself. It's rock-solid flying, especially for a Mario game. Alright, let's see what we have. What? Plunder the purple coins. Okay, so this is going to be based on and around the pirate ship, I imagine? Yeah. So just the Pirate Cove or the entire first stage? Just the Pirate Cove, okay. So this is not going to be a terribly expansive area. I can dig it. They all seem to be set out in a pretty logical manner. Oh, hello. Can we use Captain Toad's headlamp to defeat you, no? Would have been lovely if we could. Also pretty smart thinking on the devs' part. They didn't do that. Honestly surprised there wasn't a purple coin in any of the crates. Bunny says where the floods are. Only in mission 2, I want to say. The theme for this galaxy is absolutely lovely, I think. I don't think it's a theme shared with the other haunted galaxies either. Yeah, no, Bunny, we're confined to the pirate ship and its little docking area in this stage, which is quite nice because we didn't really have a lot of time or cause to explore here in Camella's mission. There's another Cove Galaxy introduced in the sequel that is, while maybe not as stylistically distinct and striking as Deep Dark, is insanely well designed from a gameplay perspective. I absolutely adore it. I think it is called Cosmic Cove Galaxy, something that simple. Hold on, was there one more underneath the chain here? Yep. For the most part, Mario swimming works perfectly fine in this game. but having to really finely adjust one's movements in order to grab coins that are, say, pushed up right against an object that you'd normally rebound off of can be a little trying. Let's get all of these suckers. Oh, wow. So they've just been slapped all around the vessel. Not exactly the most high-texture pirate ship in the world, but it gets the job done. Come on, there we are. This is probably one of the more tedious ways to do this, but it's also likely the safest. Otherwise, I'd have to go up on the pirate ship every time we wanted to grab one of these coins, and just throw myself off into the drink every time, which would be pretty tedious to watch. And Admiral Kirk says it's the Wii, cut him some slack. Oh yeah, I know. We've talked about this several times on stream, but for a game that was released on the Wii and relatively early on in the console's life cycle, the game looks great. I mean, like, even on the original hardware, it holds up really, really well. Ditto for Galaxy 2. I mean, Nintendo's platforms have never been the most technically robust when it comes to, like, their rendering capabilities or anything like that. But the first-party teams really know how to make the most of what they do have. It's, honestly, from just a design standpoint, extremely impressive. Okay, so we've no way to retract the portcullis. So, oh, and I totally forgot, to be fair, we can swim while underwater or in flight as, Red Star Mario to, kind of pull any nearby coins or objects towards us. Is that everything? That may be everything. Well, we'll find out once we scour the pirate ship. There's quite a lot on here, I know, but are there going to be like 42? Come on, Mario, over the little rope. There we go. I don't see any out in the bay, or in the cove that we've missed, so that's a good sign. Good, now it's time to start ascending the ship, slowly but surely. Yeah, guys, this mission isn't bad at all. It's a scavenger hunt, like the last couple, but in a very confined area, and also an area that we previously hadn't really had cause to explore in great depth. So it serves to maybe encourage the player to do and see some things they hadn't before, which is nice. I like this in a post-game stage. Yeah, we'll just have to jump from up here. Oh, I'll say. Okay, hold on. There we are. Wall jumps will work. As they have. I was going to say all the way since 64, since that was the game with an actual mission titled Wall Jumps Will Work, but honestly, wall jumps were kind of broken in that game, so they've worked since Sunshine. There we go. And work fantastically to this day, in the platformers as well. Okay, now what is that nonsense? Okay, we are short a single coin. Let's see if we can't find it. First things first, we're going to reach the deck again and see if it's not somewhere on or above the pirate ship. If not, I probably missed something underwater, I would wager. Would have been nice to have one of the boos, or I guess the singular boo here, holding a purple coin, but I don't believe that's the case. Alright. Anything around here? No. Probably missed one near the entrance, then. That's alright. Sorry, those purple coins out there, so there is more than one. Yep. Oh, and we've got to do this one blind. Oh, God. Alright, let's try our best. Oh, no, we don't. Never mind. You just have to perform a backflip jump. That's not bad. We can do that. And done. Yeah, there we go. That was a pretty breezy mission, all things told. Certainly a nice change of pace from the last few we've done. And remember, we're going to try to save Gusty Gardens for last, because I want to go out on a very triumphant note, and, take one last lap of what's probably my favorite galaxy. But Toy Time should follow it, or precede it immediately, and that mission, from what I can remember, can actually be a little tough. Not as much as a lot of what we've already done, but still worth noticing. What's our... That's our only option? No, I'm gonna go pay the Comet Luma to swap that order around a bit. We can finally use these star bits for something. And that is the only service that this unique model Luma actually provides. It could tell us a bit about Prankster Comets, or change the comets. Just 20 star bits, we can do that. Kirk asks, so are you going to do Super Luigi Galaxy, or just call it good after 120? I'm going to do Super Luigi Galaxy off-stream, because so much of it is just the same material. And probably come back as, like, a special feature at the start of a stream sometime well in the future, and show off the special bonus we gain for completing Super Luigi Galaxy, as well as a couple of the more interesting missions that we can use him in. Which, yes, for those of you who don't know, our reward for gaining all 120 stars the first time is an alternate mode of play where we can control Luigi, who's a little bit faster, has a bit less traction usually, and has a floatier jump. Honestly, I prefer playing as Luigi to playing as Mario. It could just be because I prefer the character, I don't know. But I think he does feel a bit better in these games overall. Alright, so now we can go do Melty Molten Galaxies purple coin mission. Oh, that's gonna be a hoot. We got something very special coming up after we reach 120 stars. The premiere of No Straight Roads. After a brief intermission, so the stream will go down so I can actually install the game, make sure it's running properly, and then we'll fire back up. Okay, let's see what we got. Is this one also going to be set on the Lava Spire? I've no idea. Looks like it. Or maybe just on this first planet. No idea. Let's give it a shot. There's so many of them clustered together so closely. I honestly doubt this will be super difficult. And yes, Bunny's got it. I just cracked open a Diet Pepsi because God knows I need it. My sleep schedule may finally be in order for the new semester and all the work I'll need to be doing, but it has me exhausted in the short term. Okay, so we've got to put ourselves in danger pretty frequently, but the coins are not exactly in well-hidden locations. I'm alright with this. I accept this. Damn, if we keep going at this rate, this is actually going to be one of the easier purple coin missions in the game. Bunny says I prefer Coke over any other soda, but maybe that's just me. Oh, it's not you. That's a whole lot of people. It's like the most popular soft drink in the world for several reasons. I've always been a Diet Pepsi kind of guy. Let's see. So we've got purple coins on both sides of the little structure over there. Let's go ahead and gather these up first. And these are going to require us to play a bit with the seesaw here. Okay, so the purple coins here all seem to be themed around voluntarily using the stage as hazards to put oneself in harm's way. Like a high-risk, high-reward kind of thing. I like that. Melty Molten Galaxy continues to be one of my absolute favorites in terms of overall design, which I never thought I would say about a fairly generic lava world, but just from a gameplay design perspective, it's really impressive. Oh, thank God I rotated the camera. We would have missed this one otherwise. Over halfway there. Bunny says, I also really enjoy Dr. Pepper. That's my second favorite. Yeah, Dr. Pepper's pretty good, as is, Sunkissed. Always a personal favorite of mine and my family. Also says, it's a good day I could crack open a Coke and play some Sunshine. That's happened before, and I swear it's heaven on earth. Oh, I'm sure. One of my favorite things in the world is sitting back with some takeout or delivery, in this case. Popping open a nice cold drink and grading some papers. Makes for the perfect evening in, I swear. Very few ways I'd rather spend my time. We'll save this for last. God, the music for this stage is gorgeous. I mean, yes, it's suitably epic for, like, the last proper galaxy in the game, but it also feels, like, adventurous and triumphant, like something you would actually hear on maybe a very high-budget, old-school, like, retro sci-fi movie score. Very, very good stuff. Let's see. If we want to do this just right, the positioning is going to be a little finicky. There we go. Now, let's do that all over again. Oh yeah, Admiral Kirk says old school sci-fi would not have the sitar. You're very, very right about that. I'm thinking more of like the specific arrangement of the brass reminds me of something from those. The brass and the strings. Last 5 coins, please. Oh right, we never did explore the interior of the volcano in our standard playthrough. Bunny says, ideal situation for me is Coke, sunshine, and cuddled up in a nice blanket with the lights off. And if heaven isn't like that, I want my money back. Let's see. For me, oh, yikes. Shite. My ideal situation right now would be hanging out at, like, our favorite local Thai restaurant with all of my friends and coworkers. Or hosting people for a dinner party. Something I've done several times during the very brief period when I was actually out here in my little home, my own apartment, prior to the outbreak. And it was just heaven on earth. Good people, good food, lots of levity. Kirk says, on that score, I agree. Yeah. The sitar, honestly, if we're talking about, like, where it would fit into that type of maybe orchestral arrangement, would be perfect and was actually overused in a lot of, like, old school, usually kind of, like, very stereotype-informed adventure movies and the like. Bunny says, if heaven isn't like that, I want my money back. For me, if it's not just like lobster bisque forever, you can keep it. That is some rock solid mission design right there. Like Deep Dark Galaxy, nothing super complex, which again suggests to me that these galaxies, those sorted into the garden, are maybe not as realized and didn't receive as much time and attention during development, but it's a perfectly solid mission nonetheless. It's not frustrating at the very least. Where are those suckers at now? Oh, they keep wanting to send me to Gusty Garden. We've got 3 over here, though. Yes, that's right, and Admiral Kirk points out, Mario games like to use sitar in fire levels specifically. Yes, and especially any stage, even the rare ones that aren't fire or volcanic themed, based around Bowser or the Koopalings. It's become a distinct part of his kind of audio-visual profile, I suppose. Which is rock solid for me. Or rock solid by me, sorry. Again, been very, very tired. Yeah, sure, switch them shits around. I think that might be toy time? They're wanting me to take all of my favorites off the board right off the bat, ain't they? Well, that's alright. The Toy Time Purple Coin mission is very cool. It's one of the few, kind of like the Space Junk mission, that completely changes the dynamics of the level that it's based around. Or based in, I suppose. Bunny says heaven is just Mario Sunshine in real life. Imagine if heaven was personalized for each person. That'd make everyone like it if it were different for everyone, but everyone was there, if that makes sense. Well, if that's the case, my personal afterlife is just going to be a massive 70s-style neon metropolis. Think one of Sonic's casino zones, but with more soul music. Off we go. Oh, this is so good. It's one of the harder missions, but it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, Luigi's Purple Coins. So get this. Remember that Mario sprite from, I think, Mission 2? Well, on its reverse side is a grid comprising Luigi's sprite, bedecked with scores of purple coins, and also, even though they've received a different coloration, pools of dark matter that will kill us on contact. Yikes. Oh, fuck. And this is why we're going to be dying a lot. A lot of these purple coins are, like, spread out over the abyss, and so we've got to be very smart with a ton of long jumps here. Now, I mean, it's not impossible, but it does require a little bit of thinking ahead. Something that's quite difficult when virtually every platform is giving way beneath your weight, and you're on the clock. It's good design, though. I'm not gonna lie, I love this. And we get the dance remix of the, is it Good Egg Galaxy theme, maybe? Oh, fuck! See, we've got to get those little bunches all in one go. Otherwise, well, our footing will fall away and we'll be screwed. This may actually take me more tries than any other, but I just can't stay mad at this stage. Okay. That set isn't too bad. Very good. Hey. Oh, Lord. The entire stage is just like this. Not gonna lie, super tense, but also kind of awesome. And just listen to that soundtrack. Honestly sounds like something that wouldn't be out of place in the Hat in Time soundtrack, which is praise of the highest order coming from me. So most of these on old Luigi's main body really aren't that difficult. It's the ones that are slung out across a void, or say, the patches of green dark matter that are the really tricky ones to nab. Wait, I think there's well over 100 coins here, so we only have to grab 100. I see, I see. Well, Mario Galaxy, look at you being all generous in your very, very last hour. Right on. But we're going to have to make sure we leave enough green platforms to reach the star wherever it may be. Oh, shit. We might be able to make it work. Oh yeah, we can make it work. We can make it work. Hey! Thank you for letting me know, Kirk. I was just sweating bullets and totally neglecting chat, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, he says you don't need them all here. This is one of the rare stages that has well over 100 purple coins. In Galaxy 2, there's quite a few more stages that will give you an abundance of purple coins, but usually under a time limit or under specific challenging conditions. Thank you, Admiral Kirk. I appreciate it, man. Bunny says my afterlife will be spent on Isle Delfino, if that's the case. And I've just noticed that if you hover while falling in sunshine, it pulls you down faster. Interesting. That's gotta be some kind of flaw in the physics system then, because we would anticipate the opposite. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That is one of my favorite stars in the entire game. Tricky, but just a great deal of fun, and a wonderful take on an earlier concept. Like the little, I think Mario Silver Stars in the main galaxy, or the main missions, was a lovely but easy little throwback, or I guess cameo from Mario's original appearance. But also ridiculously simple. That made it sincerely, sincerely difficult and kind of daunting. I like it. Quite memorable. Okay, you know the deal. We're saving Gusty Garden for last. So, we're going to take on another one of the engine room's purple coin stars. We still gotta do Sea Slide, which I'm not ecstatic for. Sea Slide and a Gold Leaf. And I think, yep, Sea Slide's up next. You know, coming back to this game after playing Galaxy 2 and Odyssey and all that, I will say there's a certain charm to having a beautiful, like, slowly developing hub world that expands as you progress through the game, that's kind of lost on those two games. Especially, oh, what was it? Especially, Mario Galaxy 2, which gives you a little, like, home base that's kind of underwhelming, to be honest. Bunny says maybe it's because I hover while falling after sliding and jumping continuously. Yes, maybe. Perhaps you can't just use it to get effectively indefinite lift or recovery. And Admiral Kirk says, speak of mutually assured destruction. Nice story, tell it to Reader's Digest. Right on. We are carrying on to Purple Coins by the Seaside. This is, it's just a scavenger hunt, but as you can see, it's one of those long ones. And due to the presence of cloud platforms, it's going to be quite reliant on the bee mushroom. Which is a unique way to encourage players to explore the galaxy, I suppose. I do find it weird, though, that out of all the galaxies in the game, this is the one that the devs wanted to devote 2 entire exploration-themed missions around. It's not a bad concept for a stage, certainly not for the kind of races that they ran you through here in the first couple of stages, but it's, or missions, rather. But it just feels a little underwhelming, you know? Go ahead and gather some star bits because I can't help myself. Quite a few of them seem to be based around the tree, and I don't know, maybe there's more than 100 coins here? It's a pretty sizable world, so I wouldn't rule it out entirely, but so many of them are, like, totally isolated. There's no, like, little groupings of coins like there have been in the past several missions, by and large. Kurt says, oh man, this one took me like 20 minutes. Oh god! Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. And it's not difficult in the least, clearly, it's just drawn out. Mario Galaxy, why did you have to do this to this stage? Like the little scavenger hunt around the Toilet Bowl Galaxy, that made perfect sense because it had a large, kind of diverse central landmass that was a lot of fun to, like, explore in and around, but this one, oh god. And Kirk says, nope, exactly 100. Oh, shoot. Alright, well, we might be here for a while, y'all. At least the music is nice? Yeah, it is. Again, the soundtrack for Galaxy 1, just across the board, is phenomenal. I can't say there's a single track that I dislike. Maybe there's a couple that are a little on the forgettable side, but that's hardly a black mark against a game that has as many really distinct, memorable tracks as this one does. Okay, let's just keep going this way, then. I see there's one on the Star Shroom. Oh god, the Toads have brought their entire fleet out here, and it looks like they crashed one of them again. Great. Barely made that one. This is such a bizarre concept for this stage. Not even mad, necessarily. I'm not, actually. I'm just confused. Well, I mean, I guess, like, it's an aquatic obstacle course requiring you to use one of the forms that will be stripped from you if you make contact with the water, so it's like, kind of a challenge. I guess I could see that. Oh, and B Mario's too light to actually, like, activate the question mark block. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Or stopped to take notice of it, really. I've definitely had that happen before. There we go. Well, at the very least, guys, we're almost halfway there. That's something, right? Just little creatures that want to try and take my purple coins, or not my purple coins, my power-up from me. Kirk says the Mushroom Fleet shall be the vanguard for the mighty Toad Empire. Oh, if only. Problem is, these poor guys just crash the Star Shrooms more often than they actually use them for their intended purpose. Like maybe y'all should let the Lumas do the flying? There are no purple coins in the ocean. Okay, that's lovely. Thank you, Smooth Toad. I do appreciate that they tell you that outright, so you don't spend, like, half an hour just canvassing the trenches for 1 or 2 coins. Well, it's tedious, but this certainly isn't a bad mission. Just another one of those little scavenger hunt quests. Oh, there's quite a few of them at the top of the tower. Good thing I noticed these. By quite a few, I mean 3. Which is quite a few to be located in one place for this mission. Any more around the tower itself? No. Ah, but there's these. Right. No, no, ah, shoot. It's okay. We can grab another mushroom, probably from this little island. Kirk says, oh, don't worry, the crash ships are just part of their war games. They're training for the Great Patriotic Fungus War. I would love a Toad-centric game that was just all about combat, or even like a Mushroom Kingdom RTS. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Giving a whole new meaning to Warhammer. Oh, we can shatter those bubbles just by making contact with them. That's nice. I really don't think I've ever noticed that before. We've got a majority of the coins. We're getting there, folks. Just a little bit more platforming to go. And at least, like, none of them are on the central planetoid either. So this is nowhere near as bad as it could be. Just running around, actually. The central ring, or the principal ring we spend most of our time on, is actually a lot smaller than it looks. Like, it's got this impressive, like, visual scale thing going on, but it's taken us no time to make nearly a full lap of the entire thing, while constantly having to hover from platform to platform with the friggin' bee suit. Okay, just 8 more. This is a pretty chill mission for one of the last stars in our game, isn't it? And of course I'm going to be missing one. Oh no. I would put my money on somewhere back by the tree. Like the large tree over there. Yep, there it is. It's right near the base of the tree. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. So we lost nothing but time in this mission. I'm quite happy with the efficiency which we exhibited. And it's all the way across the planet on the friggin' lighthouse. Of course it is. Admiral Kirk says, now I'm picturing Horus say, "Let the galaxy burn!" in the Toad voice. What an image. Yo, somebody's got to get on that Dawn of War mod then. Like, seriously, make this a thing. We could have Goombas in place of the orcs. Like, a tenacious, especially resilient, fungal species intent on, invasion and extermination. Let's see. You could have, like, the stars of Star Road from Mario 64 in place of the Eldar. Just the Koopa Troop more generally in place of the Forces of Chaos. Like Dry Bowser and a bunch of skeletal creatures, the dry creatures in place of the Necrons. This could be a thing. If this channel ever gets a following big enough to include, like, some RTS modders, we could have a lot of fun with this. Oh, piranha plants in place of Tyranids? Oh, I'm having too much fun, like, workshopping this. Somebody please stop me. Kirk says, "Oh Christ, Cockney Goombas." Oh, I think it'd be great. Out of the Warhammer 20k factions, the orcs are usually my favorite in their depictions, next to the Tau, who are usually unambiguously the good guys, or the closest thing to good guys we get in that setting. In Fantasy Warhammer, it's always, like, no questions asked, the Tomb Kings. I'm excited whenever we get Total War Warhammer 3 to see what new factions will be added to that game. There's been a lot of talk about, like, a distinct Chaos Dwarf faction, and since I know very little about them in the actual lore, save that they kind of have vaguely Babylonian / Mesoamerican aesthetics, I'm interested to see a bit more. Alright, y'all, we've got 2 more. And I want to say, like, they're going to try to move it to Gusty Garden again one more time. Of course they are. Oh, Kirk, not a fan of the Tau, man. They've always been my favorites. I mean, my favorite Warhammer faction overall is probably the Tomb Kings, but that's because you've got, like, some of the most exotic magic in the fantasy setting, along with endless legions of very well-trained and armored, like, ancient Egyptian undead. I'm there, man. That is right up my alley. I've yet to play them in Total War Warhammer 2, but I hear they're a very defensively oriented faction, which makes sense given their lore. Now we'll be able to access the Gold Leaf Galaxies, Purple Coin mission, which, to the best of my knowledge, is just another, treasure hunt set on the main landmass. So it's quite similar to Honey Hives in that regard. Here we go. Last 2 stars in the game. Well, again, under normal conditions. Can y'all believe it? It's not taken us any time at all to blaze through Mario Galaxy, even though this game's missions tend to be longer and more complex than those in, its predecessors. Mario, 64, and the filler missions of Sunshine, especially. Here we go. Let's do this thing. Purple coins in the woods. So same deal, but with the little wooden obstacle course that the Undergunner used assembled for us. Okay. So it seems like a lot of these will be laid out in a fairly linear fashion. Oh no, that mission. We're gonna be on a timer, aren't we? Oh lord. Alright. So if this is just an obstacle course run, we can manage. Gotta be careful we don't miss any that are hidden, however. Time limit's pretty generous for what I'm seeing. I appreciate that this is a bit more urgent than Honey Hives, though. Generally, I'm finding I do prefer the time trial-based Galaxy, or Purple Coin missions. Whoa! Whoa, Mario started freaking out doing donuts on me. Okay, so we've got to be careful and collect all of them spread out across the beams here, but this isn't terribly tricky either, just time-consuming. God, this music is so good. Absolutely beautiful remix of, again, I'm pretty sure it's the Good Egg Galaxy theme. I love the theremins that have been introduced into the, I guess what you'd call almost the chorus or the hook. In this particular version. Makes it feel both a little more appropriate to, like, the retro sci-fi thing this game often goes for, and to, the tense atmosphere of these Purple Coin, time trials. Oh yeah, as long as I didn't miss any, we are going to do this with plenty of time left over. We should have 70. Thank you for actually giving us, a milestone to check ourselves against. It's a tiny little quality of life measure, but it's, I actually think, immensely helpful at this point. To make sure players don't essentially go past a time, or a point of no return insofar as the actual timer's concerned, before they've gathered everything from down below. Gives them just enough time to run back and get maybe those 1 or 2 coins you may have missed on the wooden structure. Alright, let's do it. Whoop. Oh, and they do it again! How lovely. Sound of that motor I hear churning. Oh, it's the platform slowly moving back and forth. Okay. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Easy, easy. Admiral Kirk says the theremin's a great instrument. Oh, yes, indeed, it is. I'm a huge fan. It was used to really great effect in a reggae track, of all things, for, Guitaroo Man, the classic, notoriously difficult rhythm game for the PlayStation 1, later ported to... No, PS2, sorry, I think. Later ported to, PSP. One of the most creative uses of a theremin I've ever heard, but it worked. Alright, guys, 1 star left, and it's gonna be in my favorite galaxy, or at the very least, one of my favorites. Down to the bedroom, and the gusty garden we go. It's amazing that Mario has not just completely shattered his legs after years and years of doing that. Alright. I totally forget the particulars of this mission. I think it might be a time trial on the Topiary Cube, but I could be wrong. Yes, indeed. This one, then, is probably going to have a fairly tight time limit, since the planet is so small. Okay, y'all, fingers crossed, let's do this. And let's close this chapter in the channel's history. Mario 3D All-Stars, last star, for now, anyway. Time limit's pretty tight, but it doesn't seem prohibitively so, just based off of what I'm seeing. It may also be that there's more than 100 coins here. Ooh, hello. This looks like the most complex face of the maze to navigate for its coins, since they're all up on these little topiary walls. We're doing alright, though. We're doing alright enough, however. Well, quite literally, time will tell. Which reminds me of a beautiful song. Of all things, this is what happens when you're extremely tired and attempting to speak extemporaneously while playing a video game, I suppose. Reminds me of a wonderful song released in both Japanese and English by Utada Hikaru back in the late 90s. For those who are unaware, she's an incredibly talented Japanese R&B singer who was born and raised, at least in early childhood, in New York. And so has released music both in English and Japanese. Absolutely beautiful stuff, especially in the 90s. She's most recognizable to probably our audience as the artist behind the theme songs for the Kingdom Hearts series. I am an especially big fan of the Kingdom Hearts 3 theme, or one of the 2 Kingdom Hearts 3 themes. I believe it's called Don't Think Twice, or something like that. It's a beautiful song. Welcome, Spanners! It's been a while since I've seen you, man. Hope you've been doing well. Enjoying the vacation, such as it is. You join us exactly as we complete the game, or at least Mario's campaign. That's it, guys. All 120 stars. Of course we're gonna save our game. We want a complete suite of stars present next to that little smooth Toad satellite on the title screen. Yep, we have enough power to go to another world. Meaning we have to fight Bowser again, unfortunately. It's alright, we've done this before, though. Find it a little strange that they make you do that twice, but hey, no harm done. Spanner says, okay, I got my stream working now. Yeah, Twitch has been having some issues as of the past couple weeks, hadn't it? So we've just got to run through the Galaxy Reactor again. Hardly the worst thing we could be asked to do. This is a very solid final stage, I have to say. My opinion of it was quite lukewarm when I was younger, but I really dig it now. Okay. Good. Good. Hopefully we can make it through the first two phases of Bowser's fight with slightly less embarrassment than we incurred last time. Speaking of great soundtracks, the Galaxy Reactor theme is amazing. Spanner says I got myself a shiny new tooth filling today, so that's swanky. Oh, yikes. I hope you're feeling alright then, man. Usually it's a little rough the first few hours after getting one of those put in. Sorry you had to have the procedure at all, really. Alright, now from the ice world to, I believe, the desert world is next? Yes. Is this where we get our life shroom, too? I mean, the stage is short and sweet, but it tests most of the major skills players will probably have developed over the course of their playthrough. So, yes, I approve of this. I approve of this very strongly. This is a great final exam stage. Or no, that's right. The life shroom is present at the feet of Bowser's throne. Okay, good. Oh, yikes. And yeah, that path will not wait for us. It will collapse behind us as we go. Spinner says, oh, I'm fine. The numbness wore off a while ago, and it was really localized to the top left of my mouth. Oh, alright, man. I'm glad to hear that. Good on you. There we go. Actually really like this tunnel of lava because even though, yikes, it's not the most intense section of the game from a gameplay perspective, the atmosphere it sets is very, like, climactic. No! Fuck! The bullet bills in this game will ride you like there's no tomorrow. There we go. Oh, we can't even destroy the smaller ones with star bits. I had no idea. Spanner says I always found this part very annoying. I don't know, I kind of like it. Trust me, I can see with the bullet bills just riding you non-stop how it can be very frustrating. Like, in, what is it? Goddamn Bubble Blast Galaxy has the same problem. But just something about the atmosphere, like, is absolutely stunning to me. And you know me, I may fancy myself an amateur, like, game design critic, but I am a sucker for style over substance. Every time. Alright, Bowser Jr.'s doing his thing. He's going to start shelling us instead of Bowser for some reason. No real, Jesus Christ, Bowser Jr. is massive. In this game, anyway. I've never really stopped to appreciate that. He, as like, I suppose a toddler, is larger than most of the Mushroom Kingdom's humans, or humanoids, I suppose. Then again, this Bowser is also much larger than many of his incarnations over the years. That's nothing compared to Galaxy 2's Bowser, however. Spanner says, also, I'm sure you've already been asked, but what do you think of Bowser's Fury? I did not play the original 3D World, so I'm really looking forward to playing the base game, even though I know it's not going to be anywhere near as appealing to me as a more conventional, open world, or at the very least, inventive 3D Mario game. I've heard very good things about, like, the gameplay, so I am looking forward to exploring it. And from what little I've seen of the Bowser's Fury mode, like, kind of this pseudo-open world thing featuring co-op between Mario and Bowser Jr., looking for these little cat stars or doohickeys. I think it's going to be a good time. Lots of people have been comparing it to receiving, like, say, a single standalone DLC world for Mario Odyssey, and if it plays anything remotely like that, I will be on board. I do hope we get a proper new 3D Mario sometime soon, maybe within the next year or two. I would love an Odyssey sequel more than anything else, please, God. But as long as they give us a game, that, remains as inventive and as, like, kind of frontier expanding in its environmental design, in its world design, in its character design as Odyssey was, exploring new things and providing iterations on themes beyond just the classic Mario biomes over and over and over again with no change, I will be very happy. Very, very happy. Alright, so we're starting things off with Boulder Bowser. What do you think, Spanners? You're like our local Nintendo expert. Oh, shoot. Timing was way off there. Luckily, the first two phases we just need to land, I believe, 2 hits apiece on. Yep. Phase 2. This time using these friggin' things. We were perfectly able to interrupt his opening salvo, though, so that's great. Oh, shoot! We can just juggle him! Well, screw this phase, then. Now to the Galaxy Reactor. Let's just smear him into the ground at this point, crew. I also noticed, I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think Bowser uses his Dark Matter spin he gained in the second fight in this one at all. That's the way, big guy. Alright. Once more. Here come the fireballs. Remember, I think they'll all survive for a couple of consecutive loops around the planet. Yes. And then the big guy himself. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. And this should set us up for the final blow. One more time. Yep. There we go. Bowser's down once more, and we unlock our completion bonus for Mario's campaign. Now then, let's use that power to, travel to, quote, a new world. A better world. A world where Luigi was the protagonist of this tale. Just as soon as the glass star takes us home. Oh, and Admiral Kirk, thank you for joining our Discord server. Very glad to have you, man. Oh, do we have to watch all this again? Alright, I'm game. But that's it, that's the entire game, until you complete everything as Luigi, at which point you will unlock a special 121st star in kinda sort of a special galaxy. It's really just a victory lap for people who invest that much time into the game, which I will do off stream. As I said, once I've completed all of Luigi's campaign, we'll come back for a quick, maybe like 30-minute showcase of the special stage and a couple interesting particulars of Luigi's campaign. Of, like, special note to me is the fact that Luigi's, I want to say this is right, I could be wrong now, but Luigi's Cosmic Comet missions are actually much harder than Mario's, because Cosmic Luigi, so the creature you have to race against in those stages, uses far more optimized routes and maneuvers in order to reach the Power Stars. So that's one little tiny area where Luigi's campaign was made substantially harder than Mario's, and I think it's kind of cool. Now we've just gotta slog through all of this again, and we'll be rewarded with a proper notice of the new mode we've unlocked. Kirk says yes. Stars become galaxies. 10 out of 10 astrophysics. Well, I mean, Mario's already tackled every other serious issue in the world. We handled gambling at the end of the last playthrough. Reducing live streamers to borderline insanity near the end of the Mario 64 playthrough, so why not, like, Mario just become Neil deGrasse Tyson for a day? That's... sure. This is a cute little scene we get, by the way, with a bunch of the enemy and boss characters just dancing around, as well as several of our allies, dancing around the, Mushroom Kingdom, or rather what little of it we get to see. It is something of a pain that we have to sit through, whoops, the entire, closing cinematic again. And we'll have to do so a couple more times at the close of Luigi's campaign, but it's minor, it's not a lot of time, it just feels that way, you know, when you're sitting here, monitoring a broadcast. When I constantly have to look over and see, like, oh, here's how long this has been taking.
Welcome, new galaxy!
Alright, now we've already seen the credits. Do we have to go through them again? Oh, we do. Sorry. In the meantime, y'all, give me just a minute. I'm actually going to, take care of an email that I was just sent. This way we don't have to, like, suspend the stream for too long while we get the other game set up. Sorry, I know you guys are just hearing clickety-clackety in the background, but taking care of this right now is going to save us plenty of time before the NSR playthrough, which should start probably in an hour. We're going to go dark for about an hour. I'm going to grab some lunch. I'm going to make sure that the other game is installed properly. Going to get all of my stuff set up for the PS4 again, and then we're going to dive right on in. And that is a game, y'all, you are not going to want to miss. From what I've been able to ascertain, it's an extremely flashy action game, kind of, sort of, based around the central concept of music, and so it integrates a lot of traditional rhythm game elements into a more conventional action brawler format, and is set in this wonderfully florid world. Apparently there's a bunch of different bosses, villains, themed around different subgenres of, technically EDM, but they define it very generally, so like different genres of music. And each of them has like a district of this massive city that is, like, festooned with aesthetics that correspond to the popular culture surrounding their genre. So there's going to be a lot of distinct audio-visual design elements for us to dig into. I'm very, very excited to play that with you all. But it looks like we're ready for the payoff, right? Yes. Uh-huh. Back at the Gateway Galaxy. And...
Thank you.
God, this rendition of the Comet Observatory theme is so beautiful. Oh, and look, the Star Shroom crashed. Again. And the little Luma survived. That's going to be important in the sequel.
Super Luigi Galaxy.
Hell yeah. We can now play through the entire game as Luigi, but we have to gather all 120 stars as him, as I said before, to unlock the real payoff. So, we will come back for the conclusion, at the least, of Super Luigi Galaxy another time. Really quickly, I want to thank everyone who joined me for this quick little wrap-up stream. It's been a pleasure having you all with me today, whether you've been active in chat, or are catching this after the fact on YouTube, or have just been watching along silently. I really appreciate your presence with us here. Thank you for joining us. We're, as I said, going to go dark for just a bit, around an hour, then we'll be back with the premiere of No Straight Roads here on the Overanalyst channel. Don't go anywhere. We hope to see you later this afternoon. And fingers crossed that this is going to be a rewarding and extremely entertaining experience for all of us. I'm excited. We'll talk to you soon, folks. Bye-bye.